Forecast is certainly welcome. Thank you, Pete. We got a new look now at the destruction that's been left behind after tornadoes plowed through parts of North Texas yesterday. You can see homes leveled, leaving just piles of debris in some places. This is the second time in just days that we have seen homes here destroyed and communities devastated. One of the areas hardest hit last night was Mineral Wells, which is about 50 miles west of Fort Worth. Chris Lawrence is there live in Mineral Wells right now. And Chris, I would imagine that folks out there are still just in shock and processing what's happened out there over the last 24 hours. The destruction is just widespread and tremendous.
Yeah, trying to get a sense, Jason, of the scale of the damage. We're less than a mile north of Highway 180, and all of the homes here were 2 stories. I say that in the past tense because the wind literally just sheared off the second floor here. And I want to get you up to speed now on some of the newest information that we've been able to confirm. Officials now say that 5 people were injured in this tornado. Several of them were rushed to a hospital nearby. All of them are expected to be okay, and Mayor Reagan Johnson says she is extremely grateful that there was no loss of life. Officials have issued a disaster declaration in Parker and Palo Pinto County, and here in Mineral Wells, there's a curfew that takes effect tonight at 8 p.m. Residents are being allowed to get into their homes, but the crews are still going around trying to make sure the area is safe enough to let everyone and anyone back into this area. You still got a lot of crews out here trying to restore power as well. You know, we've been walking through the neighborhood, just sort of talking with people, watching them as they're starting to clean up whatever they can. And we have seen folks just sort of show up out of the blue and ask, hey, do you need any help? How can I help you? And that sense of community is really amazing to see. This family just put up a tarp and started clearing debris. They live right down the street. This is their second home. And while there's a ton of work to do here, they told me, thank God we heard those sirens.
I mean, that's what saved a lot of it. Because, you know, there's some small towns where the sirens don't catch it in time. And I think that's why we didn't have any casualties. There were a lot of injuries from what I've heard and read and different things, but no deaths, which was a blessing.
It was enough before, now it's tripled in how much I have to clear out. It's going to take quite a while to clear all this. So I'm thinking at least 2 weeks, maybe more.
Yeah, this is really just the first step down a very long road. You know, clear the debris, get the power back on, and then start working with their insurance companies to get the money they're going to need to rebuild. We're going to have a lot more coverage coming up tonight at 6, but for now, I'm Chris Lawrence live in Mineral Wells. Jason, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, when we look at what you're standing in there, Chris, they couldn't have said it better. Thank God for those warnings and those sirens yesterday. Really appreciate your coverage.